Hey guys, Sonic Smash right here, and Speed Duel King of Games is finally done for this month with a post-ban list version of Crimson Dragon Synchron, because yes, we do know how the ban list is going to affect the deck, and for the first time ever, we have lost access to our boy, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Pull one out for the real one here, folks. Anyway, regardless of that loss, Synchron can still very much be one of the best decks in the format. It ended up not being the de facto best deck in the format, ended up not being tier 0, as we would find out, but regardless, it did take a small hit, but not enough of one to really slow the deck down. It's barely affected whatsoever. You may be wondering, by the way, why there is no Rush profile this month. By the time I did King of Games and went to record the profile, the ban list did actually affect the deck I was using, so there was no real point to recording a profile at that point. Rest assured, I did King of Games there too. Anyway, let's look into the new version of Crimson Dragon Synchron with the same skill as always, Bonds of the Converging Stars. You will use the skill's second and third effects once per duel. First effect, at the beginning of a duel, add Stardust Dragon, Junk Warrior, Formula Synchron, Shooting Star Dragon, and Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon to your extra deck. During this duel, you can activate Converging Wishes from your hand, but you cannot normal or special summon any monsters except for Dragon-type Synchro monsters, Warrior Synchro monsters, Junk or Stardust monsters, or Tuner monsters. Second effect, shuffle 2 cards, including at least one level 4 Stardust monster or Shining Star Dragon, from your hand into your deck. Play 2 level 4 Stardust monsters from your deck, then add 1 Tuner monster from your deck and 1 Shooting Star from outside of your deck to your hand. Then send Junk Converter and Formula Synchron outside of your deck to the graveyard. These 2 monsters can also be special summoned. Third and final effect. If you control Crimson Dragon or if your opponent controls a monster, out of the 5 other Signer Dragons from outside of your deck, play up to 3 in any combination, and send the remaining cards to the graveyard. These monsters can also be special summoned. Monsters played through this effect, except the Livestream Dragon, will become level 2. So, this time I'm going to go over each of the effects for the cards I don't play, starting with Shooting Star Dragon. Once per turn, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck, shuffle them back in. Also, this card's maximum number of attacks per battle phase this turn equals the number of Tuner monsters activated this way. Once per turn, during the player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that destroy a card or cards in the field except during the damage step, you can negate the effect, and if you do, destroy that card. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster, banish this card, and if you do, negate that attack. During the next end phase, unless this was summoned via Shooting Quasar Dragon, special summon this card banished by this effect. Next up, we have Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. If this card is Synchro summoned, you can special summon a level 2 or lower tuner monster from your graveyard. During the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 Stardust Dragon from your extra deck, this is treated as a Synchro Summon, and then immediately after this effect resolves, Synchro Summon using monsters you control as Synchro material. For the rest of this turn, the monsters Synchro summoned by this effect, including the Stardust Dragon, are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. Each effect is once per turn. Next up is Junk Warrior. If this card is Synchro summoned, it gains attack points equal to the total attack points of all level 2 or lower monsters you currently control. This is mainly the shade of Synchro Clam, unfortunately, but what can you do? Formula Synchron. When this card is Synchro summoned, you can draw 1 card, and once per chain during your opponent's main phase, you can essentially Excel Synchro. Next up, Shooting Star. If a Stardust monster is on the field, target 1 card on the field and destroy that target. Junk Converter the Boy. You can discard this card and a Tuner monster, add 1 Synchron monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is into the graveyard as a Synchro material, you can target a Tuner monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. Each effect is once per turn. Red Dragon Archfiend. After damage calculation, if this card attacks the defense position monster your opponent controls, destroy all defense position monsters your opponent controls. During your end phase, destroy all the monsters you control that did not declare an attack this turn. This card must be faced on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. Pardon if you hear the fan, there's summer heat. It's painful. Anyway, Black Rose Dragon. When this card is Synchro summoned, you can destroy all cards in the field. Once per turn, you can banish 1 plant-type monster from your graveyard and target 1 defense position monster your opponent controls. Change that target to face attack position, and if you do, its attack and defense points, or at least its attack points, become 0 until the end of this turn. Although let's be real, at that point its defense points aren't gonna matter. Anyway, moving on to Black Winged Dragon. If you would take damage from a card effect, place 1 black feather counter on this card instead. This card loses 700 attack points for each black feather counter on it. Once per turn, you remove all black feather counters on this card, and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. That target loses 700 attack points for each black feather counter you remove, and if it does, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack points lost by this effect. Ancient Theory Dragon, the real problem card here, folks. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower monster from your hand. You cannot detect your battle phase. During the turn, you activate this effect. During your main phase, you can destroy as many cards in the field zones as possible, minimum 1, and if you do, gain 1,000 life points. Then you can add 1 field spell with a different name than the destroyed cards from your deck to your hand. Each effect is once per turn. That second effect is the real problem. They really need to make it so that during this duel you cannot activate these effects. For that reason alone. And lastly, Livestream Dragon. When this card is Synchro summoned, you can make your life points become 4,000. You take no effect damage. If this face-up card on the field would be destroyed, you can banish 1 equipped spell card from your graveyard instead. Finally, we can get on to the main deck proper, starting with, in place of 2 tunings, 2 more Shining Star Dragons, so we have triple Shining Star Dragon. During your opponent's main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can target 1 Dragon Synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon this card, and if you do, special summon that monster but negate its effects. Then, immediately after this effect resolves, you can Synchro summon 1 Dragon Synchro monster using this card you control. You only use this effect of Shining Star Dragon once per turn. A Dragon Synchro monster that was Synchro summoned using this card as Synchro material cannot be destroyed by battle. Hey, that was a misclick on my part. Anyway, moving on, we have Triple Stardust Synchron. This is a necessity now. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can contribute 1 monster. Special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for Synchro monsters. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add a spell or trap card from your deck to your hand that mentions Stardust Dragon. You can only use such effect of Stardust Synchron once per turn. And now for its partner in crime, the Triple Stardust Trail. If a monster you control is tributed, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. If a warrior, Synchron, or Stardust Synchro monster is Synchro summoned, using this card as Synchro material, you can special summon a Stardust token, a level 1, light attribute, dragon-type monster with 0 attack and defense points. Each effect is once per turn. The Junk Synchron, the classic. When this card is normal summoned, you can target a level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position with effects negated. That, again, as usual, doesn't matter. And lastly, Effect Mailer. During your opponent's main phase, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and target 1 face-up effect monster your opponent controls. That face-up monster your opponent controls hides effects negated until the end of this turn. This is a quick effect. That alt art is amazing, by the way. Get it while you guys still can, we only have a few days left. We only have about a week left, actually. Anyway, on to spells and traps, we got Double Forbidden Droplet. Send any number of other cards in your hand and or field to the graveyard. Choose that many effect monsters your opponent controls. Until the end of this turn, their attack is halved, also their effects are negated. In response to this card's activation, your opponent cannot activate cards or the effects of cards with the same original type, monster, spell, or trap respectively, as the cards you sent to the graveyard to activate this card. You can only activate 1 Forbidden Droplet per turn. Next up, we've got Synchro Rumble, amazing extender, amazing follow-up, amazing recovery, it's just incredible. Target 1 tuner monster, or 1 level 7 or 8 dragon-type Synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. Also for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for Synchro monsters. If a level 7 or level 8 dragon-type Synchro monster, or Crimson Dragon you control, would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only activate 1 Synchro Rumble per turn. Double Book of Eclipse. Change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. During the end phase of this turn, have as many face-down defense position monsters your opponent controls as possible face-up. Then, your opponent draws cards equal to the number of monsters flipped face-up by this effect. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, we need it out to Destiny Hero Plasma after all. We have our 1 tuning, of course now that I have 3 alt arts I can't use all 3 of them anymore. Unfortunate, but what can you do? Add 1 Synchron tuner monster from your deck to your hand, then send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Very classic. As for traps, we got Double Infinite Impermanence. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Then if this card was set before activation and is on the field at resolution, for the rest of this turn, all other spell and trap card effects in this column are negated. If you control no cards, you can activate this card in your hand. If you do not have Impermanence, just do 2 more Valors, because Valor is a free card. You can also run like Ghost Bell if you have it. You can run basically, I'd recommend Effect Valors personally. They're a free card nowadays because you don't get direct tools. But if you have a Ghost Bell, tech one in, you won't regret it. And now, for the rest of the main deck, we have the trap that is basically our biggest win condition, Converging Wishes. If you have 5 or more Dragon-type Synchro monsters with different names in your graveyard, special summon 1 Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. This is treated as a Synchro summon, and equip it with this card, banish it during the end phase. That equipped monster gains attack points equal to the combined attack points of all Dragon-type Synchro monsters in your graveyard. Each time that equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can banish 1 Dragon-type Synchro monster from your graveyard. That equipped monster can attack an opponent's monster again in a row. It's insane. Moving on to the extra deck, we have the limited 1 Crimson Dragon. Unfortunately, you have to lose Crystal Wing because of this, but what can you do? If this card is special summoned, you can add 1 spell or trap card that mentions Crimson Dragon from your deck to your hand. Quick effect. You can target 1 level 7 or higher Synchro monster on the field except for Crimson Dragon. Return this card to the extra deck. What do? Special summon 1 Dragon-type Synchro monster from your extra deck with the same level as the targeted monster. This is treated as a Synchro summon. Each effect is once per turn, and it is worth noting, if you flip the targeted monster face down before Crimson Dragon can return to the extra deck, the entirety of the Synchro summon will fizzle. So do keep that in mind. Next up we have Red Supernova Dragon. Must first be Synchro summoned. Gains 500 attack points for each tuner monster in your graveyard. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Once per turn, when your opponent's monster effect is activated, or when an opponent's monster declares an attack, quick effect, you can activate this effect. Banish this card, also banish all cards your opponent controls. Once per turn, during your next end phase, after this card was banished by its own effect, special summon this banished card. It's insane. We have the double Shooting Quasar Dragon. Must be Synchro summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Maximum number of attacks per battle phase equals the number of non-tutor monsters used to Synchro summon it. Once returned during either player's turn, when a card effect is activated, you need the activation and you destroy that card, and when this card leaves the field, you can special summon 1 Shooting Star Dragon from your extra deck. This is coming up a lot more now, because in the mirror match, this can help you float into Shooting Star Dragon to block Converging Wishes. Next up, we have Stardust Warrior. Do not sleep on this thing. There is some really stupid synergy you can do with this. During either player's turn, if your opponent will special summon monsters not to an effect, you can distribute this card, negate the summons, and if you do, destroy those monsters. During the end phase of this activated successfully this turn, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this face-up card you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon a level 8 or lower Warrior Synchro monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a Synchro summon. I kinda wish we got this in the extra deck instead of Formula Synchron, so then I can play Jet Warrior for a float, and then we wouldn't have to worry about Synchron over top being really stupid. But what can you do? So, in place of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, I am running, for the first time ever, Majestic Star Dragon. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can tribute this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn, and you can activate one of its effects as this card's effect once this turn. During the end phase, target 1 Stardust Dragon in your graveyard, return this card from the field to the extra deck, then special summon that target. That is kinda nuts. Yeah, there's a reason I played this specifically. We have Going First versus Odeon to consider. I went with like the Crystal Wing and Stardust Warrior inboard specifically because of that in that specific matchup, but we don't have Crystal Wing anymore. So what's the next best thing? Majestic Star Dragon. It's not as consistent as Crystal Wing, but it'll have to do, unfortunately. Oh well. But I mean, hey, cool we get to use this thing. Anyway, double Stardust Dragon. During the player's turn, when a card or effect is activated, destroy a card or cards on the field. You can tribute this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. During the end phase of this effect activated successfully this turn, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. The classic. Love this thing. And Satellite Warrior. If this card is Synchro summoned, you can target cards your opponent controls, up to the number of Synchro monsters in your graveyard. Destroy them. If you do, this card gains 1,000 attack points for each card destroyed this way. If this Synchro summoned card is destroyed, you can special summon up to 3 Revelator lower. Warrior, Synchron, and or Stardust Synchro monsters with different names from your graveyard. You only use each effective Satellite Warrior once per turn. That is it. That is the new version of the deck. The only thing that I really changed was cutting out 2 tunings for 2 Shining Star Dragons, which means I have the same amount of starters as usual, and I get to keep my Book of Eclipse. And the only other thing that I had to change, unfortunately, was losing Crystal Wing, but we are playing Majestic Star Dragon in his place. There's quite a few options. I know Ruddy Rose Dragon is considered better than Majestic Star Dragon, but I wanted to at least have an option into Odeon going first that would threaten a Kaiju. And as you can see, yes, I did in fact King of Games being Rush as well. So, let's get on to replays. I've got quite a few bonus replays before the fine problem. Also, that Jack's name is so relatable. This was in fact tiresome. Anyway, let's get on with the show. So if you think this first game is going to be interesting, think again. I mainly saved this because, you're going to see a big problem with this format. Trust me.
Witness the bond.
So I go first.
With very Duel. It's go. Each card has...
Get put in this whack situation. We're gonna combo off as normal here, right? Well, for the most part, anyway.
Stardust, I'm counting. Stardust Synchron. My tuner mop. Stardust Synchron activates its effect. I synchro summon a monster. I call
Crimson Dragon, here we go.
Special summoning Crimson Dragon.
Grab the Synchro Rumble.
I set a card. The tuner monster Junk Synchron's effect. Junk Converter! Even the tiniest scrap has value.
Yeah. Here we go, Junk Warrior.
Junk Warrior using Junk Converter to Synchro Summon activates its effect.
The Converter.
Monster Junk Synchro Summon!
Excel Stardust.
Since I sync the Synchro 2, strike with a fist that crushes the strongest steel.
It's Stardust Warrior, so I don't get hit with Sphere Mode.
Prepare yourself. Judgment reigns upon you.
And remember how I said we have turn 1 versus Odeon to consider?
Shooting Stop Crimson Dragon activates its effect.
Here we go.
When the stars shine as one, they point towards a miracle. Let's rev it up. Synchro Summon. Come forth, Majestic Star Dragon.
Yeah, I actually get to summon this thing. This will threaten the Kaiju.
Come out.
I still say searchable Kaijus were in this state.
I set that ends my turn.
I draw.
That's a mistake.
And I am under the effect of a Floodgate. Hi, Discord.
Take flight. I'm not scared to attack. Let's take this.
Look
My
upon your
monster
doom.
attacks you directly.
Come out.
Take
I
this.
special summon a monster.
Stardust Warrior attack. I can't let my guard down yet.
Spirit is quite
I end my turn.
And if I happened to actually, be smart about that and just summon Stardust Synchron outright, I could have taken him out
I
early.
set my card face down.
But instead, we have a boring game being put under Discord How.
Come forth. And now
People wonder why I hate Floodgates.
I exceed summon a monster. My monster's effect activates. My monster's effect
Beatrice,
activates.
here comes the
Come out. I
Eldritch.
special summon. I set time. I shall take it.
I don't entirely
My
agree with that.
continuous trap activate. I set my card face down. My turn.
I won't let you win this duel. I draw.
That's a mistake.
I set a monster.
Here's my face down.
I'm not scared to it. Take this.
Behold,
Attack.
my monster's effect. You took the bait. My monster's effect. Look upon your doom. Come forth. I special summon a monster.
My monster attacks.
That's a mistake. I set my card face down.
I can't let my guard down yet. I end my
And
turn.
now, I tie. I shall take it. I shall take it.
I can't push me. I won't let you win this. I draw. From my hand, I activate
Do the
a quick
Eclipse
play
here,
spell.
even though that was probably a bad idea.
Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect activates. Battle. Red Dragon Archfiend attack. Red Dragon Archfiend. This will end you.
Behold,
I attack you
come
directly.
forth. I special
Here I go.
summon a monster.
I attack
Force
with
the
a
F is
monster.
Duel.
That's a miss. And now,
Go.
I special summon a monster.
Red Dragon
Me
Archfiend
having
attack.
to swing with Ancient Fairy Dragons, presumably to stop REA from blowing it up.
My trap activates. I set my card face down. My monster's effect activates. Come out! I special summon ice from my hand. And now, I exceed.
Sky Palace, strong guy.
My monster's effect activates.
I can't let you push me around.
Prepare to strike. I attack.
He
my
actually
target.
could have taken me out here. I'm pretty sure he had Liba.
I draw.
You took the bait. Come forth.
I'm
I
not.
spe-
This will end you. Red Dragon Archfiend attack.
But hey,
The power.
if you're gonna sell, I'm not gonna question it. Yeah, and you wonder why us being in Floodgate Hell is never okay. How many times do I have to tell people this? There are people who will actually defend Floodgates in general. My argument is, just say you like playing Stun, because that's all you're doing. It is not healthy in any situation, it ends up causing collateral damage, and it's just bad game design objectively. Nobody likes Floodgates.
Witness the. Sure, I'll duel. It's might. I activate my continuous spell. On your mark, get set, duel.
So this one I'm pretty sure was the only list I ran into that was playing post-ban list. So we are actually post-ban list gaming up in here, and I wanted to show this off. And show that Centurion is still abusable in this, because Centurion was a mistake.
Okay. I activate my must.
The gimmick is interesting, gameplay-wise, I will give it that, but other than that,
I activate a field spell. I'm counting on you. Synchro summon.
So, as I would learn the hard way, and I kind of screwed up in doing this, this actually costed me a 14 win streak. Do not ever blow up Synchro World with Satellite Warrior. You will just give the opponent a free Crimson Dragon.
I call up special summoning.
Believe me,
Crimson
it's
Dragon
happened,
lets me
and it is mad annoying when it happens.
I activate my spell card. Tuning. I send on your mark, get set, duel to the graveyard. From my hand, I activate a
Goes for
field
the
spell.
standard Centurion, which is the start of Synchron, we get it.
Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect activates. Playing back.
And the moment he grabbed Starlight Junction, I had a feeling
I'll
something
rev it
was
up
up.
to blast through my limitations. The evolution of light. Crimson Dragon activates its effect. I need your help. I sync.
Goes for the red supernova. This supernova looks great, by the way, so shoutouts. And the freaking overtop being really stupid. Pardon, I have to adjust my headset for a second.
Up here, Black Rose Dragon.
Right.
Power and speed surge towards each other and collide to create the synchro. Formula
So,
synchro.
draw
I
one
activate
more.
my monster.
Draw one more again. Oh
I
wait,
activate my
yeah,
monster.
he only won one of
I
them.
know what to do. Synchro summon.
Coral Dragon, tribute with Stardust Synchron, search the conversion wishes, and then draw again.
Stardust Trail can activate from my hand or Stardust Trail. Synchro summon. Take fluff. Since I synchro summon the field spell. Start. That ends my turn.
Bro walked out with literally a full board and the same amount of cards he started with.
I activate a quick shooting Quasar Dragon's effect from my hand. I activate a quick.
He goes to the Centurion Phalanx here, and I don't understand why. I mean, I get it in a sense, but he could have brought back Primera Primus with this.
Witness the.
But in this case, I'll start off trying to combo as normal.
I synchro summon a monster. Take flight. Since I synchro using Stardust Trail this, I play my trap card. Shooting Star. I know what to do. The synchro. Stardust Synchron. My tuner monster. Stardust Synchron. Stardust Trail can activate from my hand. Stardust Trail. I activate Excel Synchro.
Goes for the Excel Stardust.
Coalesce into a single star. Take flight. Synchro Summit.
Then the Satellite Warrior.
Take to the field.
Unaffected, by the way.
The field spell. Starlight Synchro.
Starlight Junction is a force to activate, so do keep that in mind.
Shining Star Dragon activates its.
And if that's not enough, he has Shining Star Dragon.
Flight. Synchro Summit. I call upon. Crimson Dragon activates its effect. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitation. The evolution. Each card has.
And now it's Quasar time.
I'll rev it up to blast.
So I'll respond on my own.
The evolution of. The tuner monster Junk Synchron's effect. Junk Converter. Even the tiniest scrap has value. Appear, Junk Warrior. Junk Warrior game using Junk Converter to Synchro Summon activates its effect. The tuner monster Junk Sync. The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Take flight. I'll set a card. I'm not scared to it. I haven't given up on the future. Shooting Quasar Dragon's effect.
Two people can play that game, buddy.
The hopes of the world coalesce into a.
And that's guaranteed to miss timing.
Attack.
So now you're about to see just how stupid Converging Wishes can really get.
Warrior's effect activates when it's Take flight. Take flight. Stardust. The Synchro. Here I go. Stardust Dragon embodies F attacks.
So we'll just keep banishing more Dragon Synchro monsters.
Take this. My monster Stardust Dragon embodies F. Take this. My monster. Take this. I haven't given up on the future. The hopes of the world coalesce into us. Take flight. Stardust Dragon. I end my turn. It's go time. I draw. Here's my face down card. I activate my trap card. I know what to do.
Primera Primus.
Growing up a.
And he ultimately decided he was out of resources. Which, yeah, you were. You ultimately were. So, next up, we're actually going back a little bit in time. We've got Converging Stars taking on
Each card. Witness the
Starlight Drive. In this case, he's playing it with Sword Soul.
Duel. It's mine. Each card.
So I'll put back the two Stardust Synchrons and try to combo as normal, but I'm grabbing Shining Star Dragon for a very specific reason.
The world coalesce into a single. Take flight. Using Stardust Trail. I'm counting. Stardust Synchron, my tuner monster. Stardust Synchron activates its effect. I synchro summon a monster. I call up. Special summoning Crimson Dragon lets me use this. Witness the button. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations. The evolution of...
I'm going Quasar here, and I am specifically going to go Supernova in case of Lava Golem, but I'm also just going to stop here in case of Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere mode, because if you remember, Starlight Drive can play Sphere mode, Lava Golem, whatever kaiju you want.
From my hand, I activate a spell code.
Sword Soul Emergence, that is perfectly okay.
Take flight! I play my trap card. I activate Stardust Dragon.
Go ahead and stop him from getting Shooting Star.
Sanctuary. Okay. I activate my monster's effect. Shooting Quasar Dragon's effect.
We'll just block that.
I activate my monster. I'm counting on you.
Go Plague Spreader, he goes for the Coil Bolt. But since he'll no longer control the tuner, I'm gonna let Supernova do its thing, get the Plague Spreader out of the way, and Coil Bolt will fizzle.
Take flight. I synchro summon a monster. I call up Crimson.
And now we go into the second
Rev
Quasar.
it up to blast through my limitation. The evolution of Stardust Dragons of shooting Quasar Dragon.
And block him completely.
I end my turn. It's my turn. I draw the tuner monster Junk Synchron.
Now we can go over Junk Synchron shenanigans.
Junk Converter. Even the tiniest scrap has value. And appear, Junk Warrior.
Because we're gonna be going all in to push for game.
Using Junk Converter
And
to
just for the occasion, I want as many attacks as I can possibly get. And since we're playing 2 more Shining Star Dragons in place of 2 of the tunings,
Let's rev it up.
that means we're playing 2 more tuners. Can you see where this is going?
Take flight. From my hand.
Let's Synchro Rumble back the Formula Synchron inside the tuner.
Tuner Formula
And
Synchron.
it's time.
Let's rev it up.
Clear mind!
Spread your wings and soar to new
XL
heights.
Synchro!
Be transformed by the winds of destiny. Excel Synchro.
It's your boy, Shooting Star Dragon. Let's do this!
Star Dragon.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I set a card. I haven't given up on the future.
Oh, and for good measure to prove I'm really going all in, let's throw down that 20,000 attack Stardust Dragon.
Shooting Star Dragon's effect activates.
That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3.
I'm not
Multiple
scared.
Shining Star Dragons does come up.
Star Dragon attacks. You're the I knew you tried it.
Golden
Shooting
Sword
Quasar
Soul,
Dragon's
let's
effect.
not say we did.
I knew you tried that.
I'm gonna let Bacon
I
Saber
activate
do
my
its thing
monster's
now.
effect. This is the strength of our bond.
But you're not stopping the third one, buddy, and if you somehow do, I'm gonna be impressed.
I knew you tried that. Shooting Quasar Dragon's effect.
And even then, you have 4 more attacks to worry about that will take you out, that would have one-shot you in the first place. I just wanted to BM.
Excellent dueling. This is the strength of our friendship.
I just wanted the style, and you bet I'm gonna take that chance. And last up before the climb proper, since I didn't get to show it off in the successful run, because this was on the first attempt to KOG, which ultimately failed because Albaz privilege, yay! Why do you guys get to have literally Super Poly on legs, Super Poly that you somehow keep top decking, and multiple ways to branded fusion that you somehow manage to just top deck anyway? Oh yeah, because you're privileged. You're freaking Albaz. Seriously, can we get Albaz out of Yu-Gi-Oh? Period. End of discussion. Albaz was a mistake. It was probably Yu-Gi-Oh's biggest mistake. Too many cards that should not be related to it somehow are because lore and an excuse to be broken because we want Albaz to be our mascot, basically. That's how it feels like anyway. Anyhow, a little pro tip into this matchup. Because Synchron can actually do really well into this, if you know how to play into it going first. Yes, you do have to be careful here. Do not play the full combo. As tempting as it is a bad idea. Because they can just opt to search Red Reboot from outside the deck instead of playing one of the Boral monsters, and you are just cooked.
Special summoning Crimson Dragon lets me use this. Witness the.
So instead, do not extend. Just play it out as you normally would up to this point.
Crimson Dragon activates. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations.
Go for the double Quasar, set your Shooting Star, set your look up Eclipse, and don't be afraid to stop here. Play around the fact that they probably have a Dark Lord or more, like so.
Shining Star Dragon activates its effect, the Tuner Monster. Take flight! Synchro Summit! I call up... Crimson Dragon activates, I know what to do. Synchro Summit!
That'll lead us straight to Red Supernova Dragon.
Furious Dragon's effect.
Buddy, that doesn't work.
It didn't go my way today.
This is the strength of our friendship.
Yeah, so this way you at least have a guaranteed interaction that'll work into most situations that the new Boral Rocket can do. Anyway, now for the climb proper, 3 more attempts later, so this did take a total of 4 attempts. First things first, we have got pre-ban list. Pretty much pure Synchron, actually. I'm surprised they ran into somebody who, despite playing Necro Valley, so it's not banlist legal, was actually playing this without Centurion like I normally do. Personally, I think the Centurion stuff needs to be taken out of the deck completely, but that's just me.
Each card... I'll prove that nothing... Duel! It's mine! A duelist... I set a cup. I'll set a cup. The hopes of the world coalesce into a single.
So we're gonna combo off pretty much as normal. As you saw earlier, we're just gonna go ahead and set things up as we always have.
My tuner monster, Stardust Synchron, activates its effect.
Search the converging wishes
I synchro summon a
and
monster.
get the Crimson Dragon. It's the same as you'd always expect.
Special summoning Crimson Dragon lets me use this effect. A duelist's job is to give life to their cards. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations.
And so,
The stars unite to brighten the future. Form the road of light. Limit over Excel Synchro.
yep, it's that time again as always.
The evolution of light. Shooting Quasar Dragon.
Man, I'm so happy we have this animation. It looks so good. And again, you can notice our cradle in the top right corner if you look closely enough. There's just so many details, dude. I love it. Oh my god. It took so long for us to get this. It took even longer for us to get Red Nova. These animations were absolutely worth it.
The stars unite to brighten the future.
But as usual, we're not even done. We haven't even normal summoned yet.
Tuner monster, jump Synchron's effect. Jump converter, even the tiniest
And,
scratch.
as usual, it's the classic Junk Warrior. Let's rev it up! You know, seeing that pose makes it kind of ironic. By the time we finally got the Alt-Art Junk Warrior, we have a skill that gives us Junk Warrior for free so that we don't even need to use it. But don't worry, any skill where I can use that thing, I'm absolutely going to.
I synchro summon a monster. Take flight. Since I
Go for the Excel Stardust.
That ends my turn. It's go time.
And we pass there with a Shining Star Dragon in hand and ready to go. But more importantly, well, we just got hit with Dark Ruler. But we can at least make our Stardust Warrior unaffected. So remember that stupid synergy I was talking about? I'm gonna attempt it here, and it is going to fail, unfortunately.
I activate my continuous spell, shooting Quasar Dragon's effect.
I knew he had probably like droplets, so I wanted to see if I could trick him.
Witness the bomb. I synchro summon a monster. Take flight. Excel synchro. Since I sync using Stardust Trail to synchro, you're not the only one full of surprises. Here's my fate.
Go for the Imperm.
Special summon a monster. Stardust Synchron can act my tuner monster. Stardust Trail.
For
can
reasons
activate
unknown,
my
he brings out the trail.
Stardust Trail. Synchro summon. I call upon your aid. Crimson Dragon! Check out Stardust Warriors of Shining Star Dragon activates its effect from my hand. I activate my
And now you see where the synergy would actually work. But I just do the failed Quasar negate just to be spiteful. But anywho, yeah, by freeing up that monster zone, you can actually activate Shining Star Dragon after you've already done a special summon negate. The synergy for this is really silly. And it's often neglected because everyone was playing Necro Valley. Furthermore, because everyone's going to be playing Zombie World pretty soon, or at least they might be running like Synchro World or Starlight Junction as we saw earlier.
When shooting Quasar Dragon leap, appear, shoot.
Well, you know the drill.
I set a car. I'm not scared. Satellite shooting star.
And we're just going to go ahead and say, screw you. I know it'll mean less damage from Converging Wishes, but I'm going out on my own terms.
Converging wishes. The hopes of
Shooting Star is seeing the field on my terms, not yours, buddy.
Let's rev it up.
And he tries to use Converging Wishes to swing for game, forgetting how Dark Ruler No More works. Watch this.
My monster attacks you directly.
18,000 attack points?
You may have knocked
I'm sorry,
me
I didn't
out,
feel a thing.
but it'll take more than that to knock me out. Growing up on the
All I literally had to do next turn was Synchro Rumble to bring back Stardust in case of Shooting Star, and then proceed to just go Converging Wishes myself, swinging the Satellite Warrior, and that would have been that. Yeah, that was funny. And this was on a rank down game, by the way, because, yeah, Albaz being privileged, what else is new? Valmonica being a banless legal, so I just genuinely got outplayed. And then a pre-banless Swing Dragon of Raw I actually lost to, because somehow he opened like a literal god. Droplet is 1 MST, and he somehow guessed on the Book of Eclipse. That was infuriating.
A duelist. Jack, the enforced duel. Don't expect me. I activate my continuous Crimson Gaia's effect. Activates. Here's my tuna monster. Summoning Soul Resonator activates its effect. Allow me to.
So he actually plays this one really smart up to this point,
Show yourself.
because he just wants to make the Red Nova and establish a board presence. And then he does this. People. Okay, I'm gonna let this one play out because we do not normally get to see this animation. Look at this! This is simple, this is straight to the point, this is just raw power. I am going to beat you down. It's very simple, but it was so worth the wait. But people, stop putting Red Nova in the EMZ.
Witness why I am known as my soul. Witness the. My second red dragon Archfield's effect activate. I end
He's
my
forced
turn.
to Soul
My
Resonator,
turn.
which is unfortunate for him.
From my hand, I activate a duelist.
Just casually imperm the Red Nova off the top, because it's only real form of defense. For now, anyway.
Synchro summon a monster. flight! Since I synchro using Stardust Trail to
I activate Shining Star Dragon's effect from my hand. Here's my tune-up.
Goes ahead and brings out the Scar DA.
Synchro Summon. Crimson Dragon.
I need your help. The Synchro
Special Summoning Crimson.
I activate Excel Synchro.
Crimson Dragon activates its effect. Triple tuning. While
He brings out his own Red Supernova Dragon.
The hopes of the world coalesce into us. Take flight! Synchro Summit! Take to the
Go
lead.
for Satellite Warrior. I make a bit of a stupid mistake and don't do Designer Dragons quite yet, but then he
Synchro Summit
doesn't
Satellite
understand how
Warrior
Excel
lets
Stardust
me use its
works.
effect.
For whatever reason I don't understand, he lets the back row be destroyed, including his Fiendish Chain, when said Fiendish Chain would have stopped it cold.
Red Supernova
Was he scared of, like,
activates its effect.
Droplet?
Jump Converter! Stardust Synchron can activate my tuner monster. Stardust Synchron Stardust Trail can activate from my hand. Stardust Trail!
And so I just decided to do this to be a bit of a troll.
Coalesce into a single. Take flight! A duelist. I haven't given up on the future. I flip over my trap card. The hope
Bring
of
out the Red
world
Dragon
coalesce
Archfiend,
into a
converging wishes into the Stardust Dragon.
battle. This
17,000 attack points is more than enough, and that's not gonna work, buddy. That Infirm on the top is gonna matter here.
Jack.
Yeah, you really did not think that through, did you? Word of advice, Fiendish Chain is a lingering effect. So, up next we have got the, as usual, always a problem, Princess Athena's Protection, and in this case, Princess Athena Centurion. Because, yeah, as if we didn't already have, like, now 4 skills abusing Centurion in some way, we just had to have a 5th.
Witness the
When I duel! Here from my hand, I activate a field spell. I activate my full speed. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster. I'll use this. I activate my monster.
I discard Effect Veiler from my hand to activate.
I
its effect.
probably, in hindsight,
Engage your
should have
monster's
blocked the
attacks until
Truda.
the end of the turn.
Let's go, Princess. Here goes. I'll use this. Synchro Summon. I activate my monster.
I knew you'd try that. From my hand, I activate
No emblemic card for you.
I'll use this card. This monster's gonna give you a heart attack. I activate my monster's effect.
Grabs the oh so annoying True Awakening.
my turn. I draw. Witness the
And in this case, there's not much in the way of monsters to negate, so I just figured the Droplet's pointless.
Synchro Summit. Take flight. Since I sync using Stardust Trail to Synchro Summit, activate.
And he happened to have a Veiler on top of all of that.
I need your help. I special summon a monster.
Well, that was
Stardust
annoying.
Synchron, my tuner monster. Stardust Synchron activates its effect. I synchro summon a monster. I call upon you. Special summoning Crimson Dragon. What?
Go for the single Rumble to force the True Awakening.
A duelist job. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations.
Yeah, buddy, you really think I won't?
The tuner monster.
You really think I won't?
jump Synchron's effect. Jump converter.
You know, you could have done Droplet in the air. Just saying.
And this appear Junk Warrior. Junk Warrior gains the attack using Junk Converter to Synchro Summon activates its effect. The Tuner Monster jumps. The hopes of the world coalesce into a take flight. I'll set a I haven't given up on the
Go for the Converging Wishes. Bring out the, I think that's what, 18,000 attack Stardust?
I'm not
Yep.
scared to attack.
And I swing with this specifically because I know that second card is Droplet. He has to pitch both his other card in hand and his field spell in order to survive.
Activate a quick play spell.
Chooses not to, and I don't understand why.
I attack you. This will end. My monster attack.
So hey, if you wanted to sacrifice any chance of surviving, go right ahead. Next up, we got the random, typical bad Blue Eyes, who I swear to you was just taunting me the entire game. And I mean literally the entire game. I don't understand, like, why these kinds of players think they're all that.
Each card has power waiting to be unleashed. Duel. It's go. I activate my spell card. Tuning. A duelist's job is
And
to
of
get
course I
right to
lose the
their
Synchro Rumble. But, I mean, hey, it's in the graveyard, it might help.
The hopes of the world coalesce into a take flight. Stardust. Using Stardust Trail to Synchros. I need your help. Stardust Sync. My Tuner Monster. Stardust Synchron activates its effect. Synchro Summon. I call upon a duelist.
Can't do Crimson Dragon stuff here, unfortunately.
The evolution of
So we're gonna go for the Quasar.
Crimson Dragon activate. I'll rev it up to blast through my limit.
Double Quasar at this point.
The Tuner Monster jump Synchron's effect. Jump Converter.
So Synchron is about to do his thing.
Appear, Jump Warrior.
And here I unironically don't mind giving up Converging Wishes if I have no choice.
The Tuner Monster jumps. I Synchro Summon a monster. Take flight. Since I Synchro Summon, the Synchro... I set a card. I set a card. That ends. Get ready. Draw. I activate my spell card. Shooting Quasar Dragons in my hand. I play my trap card. Shooting Star. I activate.
Goes for the Droplet. Fortunately, I have a Shooting Star to get that negate, leading Quasar off the field. I do lose a Quasar, unfortunately. But I happen to have a second one.
Shining Star Dragon activates its the Tuner Monster. Take no. This is the
And bro literally had nothing left. Nice try. I actually was about to just make Majestic Star on him too, which is really funny. And so, for the rank up game, we're actually going to get a much more fitting one than last time. This is pre-ban list, as you'd expect, Centurion Synchron.
a duelist. First, you duel. It's go a duelist.
And so unfortunately, I don't have access to Droplet. This is a problem, because if the Ruddy Rose comes up and he has Droplet in hand, I just lose. I'm just cooked.
Let's rev it up. Take flight. Using Stardust Trail this, I need your help. I special summon a monster. Stardust Synchron, my tuner monster. Stardust Synchron activates its effect. Synchro Summon. I call upon... Special summoning Crimson Dragon lets me use Witness the Bomb. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitation. The evolution of Crimson Dragon activate. I'll rev it up to blast through my limit. The evolution. I set a card. I'll set a card. The tuner monster jump Synchron's effect. Jump converter. Even the tiniest scrap has value. Appear, Jump Warrior. Jump Warrior using Jump Converter to Synchro Summon activates its effect. The tuner monster jumps. I Synchro Summon a monster.
And now we're all set with the pretty standard end board.
Since I Synchro Summon the Synchro, I end my turn. It's my turn.
Here we go.
I activate my spell.
Goes for the tuning straight away.
Synchro Stardust Dragon's effect. The hopes of the world coalesce into us. Take flight. Strike with the fist that crushes the strongest. Appear. I Synchro Summon a monster.
Goes for the Satellite Warrior. I am not letting that hit the field.
Stardust Warriors on my hand. I activate a quick
Goes for the
play
Droplet. So he did have it, he just played that horribly, horribly wrong.
step. I Synchro Summon a monster. Take fluff. Since I Synchro Summoned it using Stardust Trail to Synchro Summon activates its effect. Here's my face down card. I know I
Yeah, we're just gonna block the Excel Synchro Stardust effect clean.
Stardust Synchron, my tuner monster. Stardust Trail can activate from my hand or Stardust Trail. I Synchro Summon a
Leaves the trail in attack for some reason. I don't understand why.
Crimson Dragon activates its I play my trap card. Shooting Star.
Unfortunately, I have the Shooting Star Crimson Dragon here. I was gonna try and hold it for Primera, but, well,
I discard effect Veiler
wasn't
from my
meant to be.
hand to activate its effect. It negates your monster's effects until the end of the turn. I activate. Take flight. I'm counting on you. Synchro Summon. I activate my monster's effect.
Goes with the Auxilla, stands Centurion,
I haven't given up on the future. The hopes of the world.
converting wishes, and decides not to give up the Shooting Star to be able to place a Centurion monster, and I kinda don't understand why.
Stardust Dragon and Bot. When shooting Quasar Dragon.
Now, I sell in this moment. I should have put the Shooting Star in attack, but he wanted to keep going.
Attacks! Shooting Star Dragon's effect activate. I can't save anyone if I keep dueling like this. Growing up on the streets taught me.
Yeah, I for one am not letting that happen, good sir. So, yeah. There you go. Anyway, this is post-ban list Crimson Dragon Synchron in King of Games. Let me tell you, it feels so wrong actually not being able to play Crystal Wing again. This is the first time since Shooting Star rotating this expansion where we could not play Crystal Wing anymore. Very unfortunate. But aside from that, the rest of the deck is basically the same. Quite literally, in fact. Because since we swapped out tunings for Shining Star Dragons, this means we have the same amount of starters, so we're as consistent as ever. Really, again, the only thing that I really wish we got to keep was Crystal Wing, but we don't. Not anymore, anyway. But, it's unfortunate. What can you do? Sometimes this happens. But that said, it's still really fun, it's still really strong, and it doesn't even need the field spells like people seem to think it does. Seriously, just stop the Signer Dragons aside from Stardust from activating their effects. That's all you really gotta do. Other than that, yeah. It's about what you'd expect. Basically, you're unaffected if you went through the box a full 3 times to max out your starter count, which, thankfully, I did. I was prepared, just in case. Lo and behold, it paid off. But if you're one of those that doesn't happen to be that fortunate, it is going to come back to bite you. If you weren't committed to investing, you're gonna pay for it. Big time. And really, for now that's fine, but I do think we need to lose just a bit more. Most notably, again, like, we need the Sire Dragons to not be able to activate their effects, not counting Stardust Dragon, and we need to take the Centurion access completely out of the deck. Seriously, Centurion has their own skill. You shouldn't have, like, 5 other skills that are abusing it better than theirs. It's kinda nuts. Anyway, I have been at this for now over an hour. It is insane. But I just had so much to say with this. With that said, hopefully next time I can actually do a Rush profile, because again, by the time I was able to start recording that, the ban list actually affected the list I was using, so no point recording that now, is there? But either way, until the next video, whatever it might be, later guys. Man, this is gonna be a long one to edit.